The Northern Capital Truck Series, round 4 of the chase for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. We unload for the second time at the Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, Jake Bustos joining me up here in the broadcast booth here tonight. We're having some trading paints issues, but Jake, Indianapolis again, man. Last night in the ARCA, awesome racing by the drivers out there, and the truck's going to drive totally different. What is the expectation from these drivers out here tonight? What do you expect these drivers are going to go through?
I tell you, Josh, with these trucks, the draft is such a key here. I think it's going to be a very tight race. I think there's going to be a lot of three wide. I think there's going to be a lot of late passes, too, getting ready to go into these corners. You know, it's so important to get off of 2 and 4 good and set yourself up on these long straightaways. And I think these drivers are just happy they have a little bit better truck underneath them for this event.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We had there were some issues with the setup. So good thing they got that figured out before the race tonight. So it looks like everything, we're going to be running this race here tonight at Indianapolis. And I'm seeing still the drivers getting a little loose out there. The tires, man, tires are going to fall off very, very quickly here tonight.
Yeah, tires are going to fall off pretty quick. They're, I think they're only be getting about 20-25 laps in fuel at the most, so definitely going to be a little bit of a strategy game with the fuel. But I know our drivers; they're gonna put on a good show for us tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, you know, we're going to go ahead and bring that pre-race analytics up here real quick, Jake, and you know, kind of give everybody an insight on what's going to happen here tonight. An air temp of 75. Track temp, 106 degrees right now. Laps, 95 laps here this evening, 237.5 miles. They get 5 total sets of tires here. They're going to be running the fuel window. You was just mentioning that. Now, I've got it opening up at about 18 laps, so somewhere between 18 and 24 laps. That's pushing it 24 laps. So we'll wait and see on that, but that is the fuel window here tonight. Pit road, 60 miles an hour, and you got to be very, very careful coming down pit road. We've seen a couple of mistakes last night in the ARCA series. Sliding into their pit stall, they had to back up. So got to be very careful coming down pit road and getting in your pit stall. 70-mile-per-hour pace speed here tonight. But let's get down here to what everybody's been waiting on, Jake. That's the point standings coming into tonight. And it's pretty close with the top 8. You know, I've got to say the top 9 are still mathematically in it, but very, very close between the top 8. Jeremy Clifton going to be at the top spot with 1,128. Now, William Hartman going to be up 5 spots from last week into second. 1,121. He is 7 back. Brendan L. Book down a spot into third. Actually tied there with Bryce Sinasak. 1,117. 11 points separates Book, Sinasak, and Hartman. Blood Daddy Patterson going to be 5th, 1,116. 1 point separates him and Bryce. He is 12 back from the leader. Logan Keiss going to round out that 6th position, down 3 spots, 1,115. He is 1 point behind Blair and 13 back behind Jeremy Clifton. Jake?
Yeah, up 1 position from last week. You got Kyle Knapp Sr. He's sitting at 1,107. He's 8 points behind Logan there for 6th, and 21 behind Mr. Clifton for the points lead. Down 2 from last week, Ryan Goodell sitting at 1,100 points, 28 back from the leader. In 9th, you have Sebastian Taylor, no move from last week. He's sitting at 1,091, 37 back. And 10th, and up 2 spots, Nolan Neiman at 1,051, 77 back. Don't think he's got a shot at it, but you never know. And in 11th, down 1 spot, didn't race last week, Zach Ogburn, 1,033, 95 back. And rounding out the top 12, again, didn't show up last week, Randy Kruder, 1,026, 102 back.
Yeah, and, you know, mathematically, Nolan Neiman, Zach Ogburn, Randy Kruder out of the championship. I mean, after 49 points, you know, you're pretty much out of it unless something majorly happens, and that is too far in between. But mathematically, Nolan Neiman, Zach Ogburn, and Randy Kruder is out of contention for the championship. The only thing they can really do is try to make up as many positions as they possibly can. But you look, The top 9, though, Jake, right here, there's only 37 points that separates, Sebastian Taylor up to Jeremy Clifton. So if Sebastian has a flawless night and everybody up ahead of him in the point standings has not so good night, Sebastian's going to be right back in it.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Josh. And I mean, looking at these points, you look at your top 2. You have Jeremy Clifton leading, William Hartman only 7 behind. It's crazy. The chase is crazy. We love the chase. It puts so much more excitement into it. You almost have a David versus Goliath here. We have Jeremy Clifton, no wins this season, in front of William Hartman, who I believe he is sitting on 6 wins this year. He is sitting on 6 wins this year. Absolutely crazy. And it's gonna be nice to see these last two races if Mr. Clifton can hold off Goliath.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Not only does he have to hold off Goliath William Hartman, but he's got to hold off everybody else behind him all the way up through really to the top 9 here. He just can't hold off William. He's got to hold off everybody else.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Especially you look in 3rd place, Brendan L. Book just took over the ARCA points lead last night after Clark had some issues, and he's only sitting 11 back. And I'm sure he would love to have the title of truck and ARCA champion in the same season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to come down to about 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in practice. We're going to get into qualifying here, but first we're going to step away, play the national anthem, folks. Don't go anywhere. Qualifying will be underway after the national anthem provided by Madison Rising.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
Alrighty, folks, we're back live here. We've been live, just had to redo ATVO. It kind of froze up on me, so I had to reset some of the screens for ATVO, but we are back here live. Qualifying, of course, is underway here. Right now, Jeremy Clifton up front, followed by Cody McFadden, Brendan L. Book, and it looks like pretty much everybody has put in a qualifying lap here except for Edward Morris Sr. And Edward usually starts from the back. Every now and then you'll see him qualify, but not a whole lot. So it looks like Edward Morris Sr. is going to be the only driver not to put in a qualifying lap. We're going to wait here and see as, Bryce hits the pit road wall. I think he did that on purpose. Oh, Bryce. All right, well, Paul Henley putting in a time. Well, Jake, man, I got to say, I don't know really what's going to happen here tonight. I know we're going to probably go see a lot of 2 and 3 wide, well, 2 wide especially. But tires fall off, they're going to get separated. Now, how far do you think they're going to get separated from one another with the draft?
You know, I think you'll probably have the top 5, top 6 stay pretty close together. After that, you'll have the guys that are kind of trying to do a couple moves or whatnot, kind of break that draft just a little bit. You'll probably see after that about packs of 2 or 3 trucks, and then definitely once tires get worn out as they come to a pit stop, you'll definitely see the drivers who took care of their equipment moving to the front.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, as I hack up along, again, never fails on a broadcast. Go ahead and give our shout-outs here tonight where they're due before we get down into the interview and our pole sitter here tonight, which will be Jeremy Clifton. But a shout-out down there to David Elliott, and it looks like Scott Ramler is going to be up there helping David here tonight. So a big shout-out to them, too, adminning the race here this evening, as always. Man, what a tough job they have, Jake. It's always, I mean, their job is so important. You know, they just try to call it fair and square and, you know, be as fair as they possibly can be. They have a tough job, and they don't get the credit they deserve. Any of the admins across the board. It's tough being an well, you know, you're an admin. So, man, big shout out to them. Of course, Russ Anderson, Northern Capital, for coming on board, sponsoring the Truck Series again this season. A big shout out to him. Of course, all the fans out there tuning in here tonight. Looks like Brady Kennedy, Dennis Ansman, Everett Grover out there. Brendan Kennedy again. Drive for Diabetes Awareness. I think that might be Brent out there. Big shout out to Drive for Diabetes Awareness. Check, don't guess. Might not be the flu. Big shout out to him. Of course, the sponsor for the Street Stock Series on Sunday nights here at Extreme Motorsports. I think that season ended, though, didn't it, Jake?
I am honestly not 100% sure on that one, Josh.
I'm not either. I have no idea either. But a big shout out to Drive for Diabetes Awareness out there. All right, well, now let's go ahead and get down here to the interviews here. Let me find Mr. Jeremy Clifton here. And I believe he is going to be in. Well, he's not there.
Either going to be in the truck lobby or GTM.
GTM. That's where he is going to be at. Let's bring him over here. Jeremy, got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you, Josh.
Jeremy, you're going to grab the pole out here tonight. An awesome job at that, man. Only 78 1/1000ths of a second ahead of Cody McFadden. But you're coming into tonight leading the point standings with 2 races left. Tonight, next week. But we need to worry about tonight right now. That's what we need to worry about, man. What is it going to take out there here this evening? And thank God they changed the setup because I heard the last one was just horrible.
Yeah, the last setup was horrible for sure. But it's just going to take consistency, man. That's what I've been preaching to myself for the last 4 races or 3 races, whatever it's been. I'm just trying to be consistent. I mean, I don't have to win every race, obviously, to win the championship. So if I don't win tonight, but I finish second or a top 5, then I'm fine with that. I just want to be consistent with my finishes.
Well, how important do you think the clean air is? You know, being out front, you are going to have that clean air. But tires are going to play a big factor here. So how important is the clean air, and how important is it going to be to save those tires too?
Yeah, so I'm kind of contemplating that in my head right now. Actually, I think if some of these guys behind me want to go and wear their stuff out, then I'm just going to let them go. I'm not going to, tear my stuff up trying to stay up front for no reason. I want to be up front on the last lap, not lap 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, definitely, man. We got 95 laps we're going to be pulling here tonight, but we're going to double team you here. Jake, man, anything for our pole sitter, bud? We got plenty of time, man.
Jeremy, how's the truck feel in the draft? Is the draft pulling as much as you guys thought? I know iRacing had an update, or is it a little bit less than before?
It's definitely, you can feel the draft going down the front and back stretch for sure. But during practice, I didn't really draft a whole lot. I was just trying to get my qualifying done. I mean, I ran an 8-lap run there, but never really drafted with anybody. So, but I think it'll make you tight going into the corner or through the corner. But we'll just figure it out.
I see we got GTM's going to be starting 1, 2, 3 on the inside row. You guys got a strategy? Are you just going to try to stay nose to tail and break away from the field, or you think we're going to stay one big pack today?
I hope GTM will go 1, 2, 3 and just work with each other and get out away from everybody else, and then fight amongst ourselves, I guess. But I think after the first few laps, maybe 7 to 8 laps into it, it'll be who manages their tires the best through the first 5 laps, and then if we just keep going green, it's going to be who has the best tires, and then who can get on pit road and off pit road.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to watching you put on a clinic out there, Jeremy. You got a little love in the chat too. Jeremy Knapp's picking you to win tonight, and Josh, I'm taking Jeremy Clifton to win tonight. Also, I think he's going to break through, get his first win of the season.
I did not. Oh man, I did not make a pick, so I can't make a pick after qualifying. I do apologize, Jeremy, but good luck.
No, I appreciate it, man.
All right, well that's Jeremy Clifton, our pole sitter here tonight. Jeremy, good luck out there, buddy. And hey, it's going to be a long, gruesome race, but you'll figure it out.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. All right, we got a couple of people out there and one up here in the booth that's going to be picking our pole sitter here tonight. I don't know, Jake. I've been that way ever since I started broadcasting. I got to where once qualifying ended or whatever, I really can't make a pick. If I had to say anybody, it would be having to go with an underdog. Somebody that's not in the chase, that is, going out there and trying to upset the field. That would be somebody I would have to pick if I had to make a pick. That's just me, though. I like to keep it interesting.
I always got a couple underdogs up there. Cody McFadden starting second with that 53.058.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and bring starting about mid-pack here. And my microphone decided it wanted to break again. Hey, give me just a minute. We'll try to fix this. I want to bring up Ruben here. Ruben Phelps. Got a copy?
I sure do, Joshua. How's it going?
It's going all right, man. The Hot Wheels machine led some ways yesterday, I believe it was. Well, tonight, you're starting 14th. How's that Hot Wheels machine feeling out there in the truck here tonight? Man, what do you got to do to upset the field here, bud?
Well, I actually came in with no practice, so especially in these trucks around this racetrack. So at this point, it's just race the racetrack at this point for the first sort of half of the race and see what the strategy holds. And if I can get into the top 10, then I'll probably put the foot down at that end of that first run if there's a green flag run, and then see where I end up at that point, and then choose if I want to go for it or not. But at this point, I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, Ruben, it's 95 laps here tonight. It's kind of a long race. I got a question for you, and I've been meaning to ask you this. How does it feel to be the only driver out there from another country racing against Well, I mean, I wouldn't say from another country, but you are from New Zealand, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah, so, we got a bunch of Canadians and Americans here. How does it feel to be racing against these guys? I mean, just being honest.
Well, let's just say sometimes the outsider can be unpredictable.
Yes.
So, so it's, I don't mind being going under there, but heck, I race as clean as you can possibly get if I can. So it's
Take
never
it
an
3
issue.
wide when you want to. Yeah, we know.
Oh,
We know
yeah.
how you race. All right, Ruben. Well, good luck out there, buddy. Going to be starting mid-pack 14th here tonight, man. Good luck, bud.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah. You know, I got to give people a hard time, right?
Oh, of course.
All right. Well, somebody from the back of the field, I'm gonna let you pick.
Let's bring Kyle Knapp Sr. in here.
Oh, Knapp Senior. I interviewed him yesterday, but it's fine. It's fine. There he is right there. Let's go ahead and drag him up here real quick. Go ahead, Jake. There he is.
Kyle Knapp Sr., Jake Bustos in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
How's that truck feeling for you, Kyle? Looks like you're starting a little bit here deep in the field, 18th out of 23. What's your strategy for this race?
No really strategy. I'm just gonna ride pretty much. I didn't really want to over push it and get into the wall during qualifying, so didn't put down quite the lap I wanted to. But I think we'll be all right during the race.
Sitting 7th here in points, 21 back from our leader. Do you feel confident about it? 2 races left tonight and next week at Phoenix. You think you can get yourself back up there and give Jeremy Clifton a run for his money?
I don't think I can get up to the top 2, but if I have a couple good races, I think I can get to the top 3 as long as a couple guys have a little bit of problems. But Clifton and Hartman and Book, they've all been pretty consistent and fast all year. Even a couple of the other guys like Kais and stuff like that. So we'll see. Hopefully we can, but if not, I'll take a top 5 or top 7 in points. That'll be good.
How are the tires keeping underneath the truck? Are you able to, go hard through the whole run if you wanted to? I know the fuel run isn't too much tonight.
By what we've seen in practice, not really. I'm definitely gonna have to back them up to save the tires. If not, you're gonna burn that right front up, and then you're gonna be pushing quite a bit. And then you're gonna see the cars or the trucks that save that right front start making some moves and going towards that top 10 or top 5 that save the tire.
All right. Well, Kyle Knapp, good luck tonight. Look forward to watching you kind of just work your way through the field nice and easy.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks,
Good luck.
Josh.
Yep. Good luck, Kyle. All right. Well, we've kind of gone front, mid, and back, per se. Let's kind of go back up toward the front here. And, let's go ahead and interview our biggest mover from last week. He is from, everybody knows him, GT Motorsports, William Hartman. William, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, William, you're going to be our biggest mover from last week, coming up 5 spots into second. And you needed that. You needed to get moved up there, but points still very close as well, and still a lot of fast drivers in the top 9, really, that are still in contention for this championship. Man, what is it going to take for the last 2 races, starting with tonight at Indianapolis? How do you feel, bud?
Yeah, it's just going to take a couple of really good nights. Jeremy's been real strong all chase long, so going to be tough to make up those points, but took a big chunk out of him last week. Just trying to do the same thing here, come away with a decent finish and a clean car and get those 0 incident points, hopefully, and just chip away at it again. I think if I can be within this 7-point margin going into the last race, that's all I can really ask for after the hole I dug myself the first race. So kind of keep myself in contention, hopefully not have a bad night, and see how it shakes out next week.
Well, yeah, ISM, of course, next week, but we'll get more on that later on. The Indianapolis, it's huge. You could come down pit road and not lose a lap if you time it right, but if you go a lap down and there are no cautions, it is so hard to get that lap back, man. Talk about the kind of the strategy out there. Don't go into your strategy, but the strategy that can be played out here before we get into grid.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. There's a couple different options for how you can kind of play the race out. It kind of plays like a road course, really, because if you're not going to go a lap down, you can kind of pit at will and lay out your race however you want, as long as you don't lose too much position to the leaders. So it's really, really interesting if we get a nice long green flag race here that you can have a couple of those differing strategies, and trying to keep on top of it and optimize your race is going to be really important. So luckily we got the best guys out there helping us out, spotting for us tonight and picking out the strategies. So we just get to hold on to the wheel and drive, and they'll tell us the best way to get to the finish. So it should be really interesting.
And you got to thank everybody for changing the setup to the baseline according to the rule book.
Yeah, I think it would have been interesting either way, but no complaints. No complaints.
No complaints at all, man. That from what I heard, that setup, man, was rough. But good luck out there, man. Starting 5th here tonight. Going to be in row, it looks like row 3, alongside Logan Keiss there, also in contention. So, man, this is going to be interesting from the start here tonight. Good luck, bud.
All right, thanks, man.
Yep. All right, well, that's going to be doing it for the interviews, Jake. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that driver bar here. Let's get back up here to Jeremy Clifton. We'll wait for the final countdown here in about 20 seconds, but I got a prediction here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and predict we're going to have at least 2 green flag pit stops and 2 cautions. I'm going to go ahead and call it.
I like it. It's a bold prediction, Josh.
I usually don't call cautions, but I'm going to go ahead and call it. All right.
I think that's a very safe call.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right. Well, as everybody is going to be gridding up here, I hope, my timing screen just went blank. Uh-oh. Hang on. There we go. All right, we are back. Something's going on with my timing screen for ATVO. Did the update. All right, here we go. All right, the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Jeremy Clifton going to grab the pole with a 52.981. Congratulations to Jeremy Clifton on pole. Cody McFadden going to be on the outside of him in 2nd. Brendan Nelbook 3rd. James Shane Wolf 4th. William Hartman in 5th. Logan Keiss 6th. Rick Christensen 7th. Lacey Cool in 8th. Top 10 for her in qualifying. Blair Daddy Patterson also top 10 in 9th. And Bryce Sinisak going to round out the top 10 in 10th. Jake?
Alan Hilton going to be starting here in 11th with Curtis Vollmer on his outside. After that, we have Justin Lemke starting 13th. Ruben Phelps starting 14th. In 15th, we have Paul Henley. 16th, Sebastian Taylor. Ryan Goodell going to be starting 17th alongside Kyle Knapp Sr. in 18th. Russell LePage going to be rolling off 19th tonight with Jeff Glockner outside him in 20th. Kevin Franks is going to be 21st with Jeremy Rigney in 22nd on his outside. And rounding out the field tonight going to be Ed Moore Sr. in 23rd.
Did you almost call him Flanks?
Quite possibly.
Sorry, Kevin. It happens, you know. All right, well, let's see here. We should be rolling off here. Looks like everybody gridded up. Let's bring that driver bar back up here. Jeremy Clifton going to be... Now, Jeremy has to start on the inside, I do believe. Now, but he has lane choice. But I think that's after a caution, correct?
Yes, I believe the initial start of the race, they're going to start on the inside.
Yes, I think they have to start on the inside. All right. Looks like we got TKFTRD out there. Well, we know who that is. If you don't, that's Scott. Scott Rambler, by the way. It looks like he, if you had to pick somebody, it would be outside of the GTM boys, it'd be Blair Daddy Patterson. Hey, that's not a bad pick. He has been consistent. So, yeah, I mean, Blair, Logan, let me see here. Any of the other ones outside. Lacey, I mean, she's been fast, really consistent, just unfortunately caught up in some stuff, you know. Russell LePage, I mean,
Bryce Sinisak.
Yeah, Bryce. There are so many that you could pick outside of GTM that you just don't know who could bring it home into victory lane. I do know we're going to be coming into 3 here, though. Now, of course, Indianapolis has got 4 turns. You got the short chutes between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It'll take about a lap and a half to 2 laps to get these tires warmed up. And once they're warm, we're going to start seeing some runs now at about, I would say, 9, 10, 12 laps. You're going to start seeing them kind of fall off and not so many runs going on, but we are going to come out of turn number 4. That pace truck going to dive off to the safety of pit road, and it's going to be Jeremy Clifton in control. I think he has to go on green, but we will see. Looks like he is already going to gun it. Green flag is out. Buggity, 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 folks. Racing tonight at Indy for the second time. And this, the Northern Capital Truck Series.
Very quickly, Jeremy Clifton and Brennan Book are going to jump out to a 1-2 with William Hartman making his way up from 5th to 3rd already as top 3 breakaway single file.
Well, top 3 breaking away. Coda McFadden. Ooh, well, here we go. We already got some drafting going on. The 83 of James Shane Wolf trying to find the 67 of William Hartman. Everett Grover out there, writing Koos? I think it's Kouse out there in chat. Glad to have you out there. Oh, Rick, blinking out. Can't stay on him. All right, already single file of the trucks. All the way through the field. Get back here to Allen Hilton, though, Jake. Got some side-by-side going on back here. He's going to the inside of Blair Daddy Patterson. Blair caught up on the outside. Well, now that they got a lap in, and they're going to be on the back stretch, tires already starting to heat up here, Jake. So we're going to see these guys stay in the draft, and a potential maybe for some 3 wide before lap 10.
Yeah, it's a possibility. We got a little action up here for second as William Hartman's looking on the inside of Brendan L. Book. He's going to be getting a push from James Shane Wolf down the front stretch.
And boy, he is all over the back bumper of him. Oh, you can't get any closer than that. Whoa!
Yeah, Brandon L. Book going to be getting freight trained here. I believe he might have just let off a little bit so he can get back down to the bottom and get himself settled off. But he's going to be finding himself in 6th place coming out of turn 2.
Yep, started 3rd. And it looks like we've got Logan up a spot into 5th. Cody falling back to 4th. James from 4th to 3rd. William from, like you said, from 5th to 2nd already. I mean, he just timed those passes perfectly. The thing you got to watch. Go ahead.
It was a great start for the inside row. They got a good launch off the line, and that definitely helped those guys get 1, 2, 3 coming out of turn 2.
The thing you got to watch is coming out of the corners, though, is when that back end. The trucks are not friendly because there's no weight back there. So that back end wants to kick out. You've got to get that downforce. You got to keep that back end as low as you possibly can. You got to keep that grip. If you don't and that back end kicks out, well, it's going to send you or could send you up into that wall.
Oh, definitely. These drivers are going to want to be keeping those lefts right on the white, if not just a little bit under the white line here in the corners. And anything higher than that, they're going to run the risk of kissing the wall here out of 2 and 4. Well, as we go through the field, the entire field is going to be single file right now.
Yes.
Just trying to get things figured out. You know, most of them were practicing that fixed truck setup this week, so jumping into the baseline right before practice, they're probably just making sure they know what the truck's going to do on this first run.
Well, I know they were practicing the regular setup for this track, and man, that setup, we'll go ahead and talk about it here. That setup, they were putting in about 58, 59-second laps, and from what I heard, doing anywhere between 120, 130 in the corners. That's horrible.
Yeah, I was practicing with some of the drivers earlier in the week, and your RPMs are so low with that fixed setup. It was to the point where we were downshifting in the corners just to keep the RPM up. And
wow,
something about downshifting in Indianapolis in a truck just doesn't sit right.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Well, we're already going to be coming to lap number 6 here tonight. So, guess what, folks? 90 laps left. Yeah, we still got a ways to go, Jake.
Oh yeah, we're about a third of the way into the fuel run though, so keep it a little interesting. We got
about 18, 24 laps.
Yeah, I think you'll start seeing the drivers peel off for about lap 19. I think that's going to be the sweet spot, 19, 20, somewhere in there, making sure they can keep the stints pretty even and then give them a little bit less on that last run.
All right, well, checking at it here. A little bit of a breakaway, a little bit of a gap between Kais and Book at about 0.4 of a second. Now, in the draft, up to at about 0.7 of a second, roughly 7.5 of a second, you can stay in the draft. Anything after that, Jake, is asking for trouble. You do not want to lose the draft here at Indianapolis, but I mean, there is a big possibility that you will. You still need at least 1 or 2 drivers with you coming down pit road to help get back up toward the leaders or toward the front. Kind of acts like a super speedway in a sense on the front
without a
backstretch.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yes, without a doubt. You almost have to treat it like the super speedway. Figure out who you're going to pit with and go together. You know, this is not what Mr. McFadden needs to see in 4th is these top 3 kind of nose tail breaking away. They need to get a little racy or he's going to find himself dropping off the back, and doesn't look like they're trying to race anytime soon.
Yeah, and Brendan Elbook did catch the back bumper there of Logan Kais, and it doesn't look like he's really pressuring him or, you know, maybe peeking to the inside Indy at all right now. It's still really early. Of course, you know, 2 different manufacturers. Let's see here. Book is in a Chevy and Logan is in a Ford. So, you know, not pushing the issue.
No, not pushing the issue at all. Just
Jake, though.
There we go. As we say that, Brendan puts it up on the inside of Logan Kais going down the backstretch, looking to make the move into turn 3 here.
And he is going to be going to the inside. Logan on the outside. Oh! It might have been closer than, might have looked a little bit closer than what we seen here on the broadcast, but Brendan Elbook did make the pass on Logan. So Logan is going to go back to 6th where he started. It's about the only battle I could see going on. Well, I don't know. Man, look at Curtis Vollmer. Boy, he is all over the old Nebraska. Well, he was. Well, he still is, technically, through the short chute. Now,
yeah, he'll be looking to get on the back of Sinisak here out of 2 and kind of draft together to get around Lacey Cool here coming out of 2. I'm sure Alan Hilton's going to drop down and try to go with them all here on this long run down into turn 3.
Well, checking on Alan Hilton here. He's on the outside behind Lacey. And, yep, he dropped it to the inside. There he is. Hot Wheels, Ruben Phelps up a couple of spots into 12th. So we got a kind of a hornet's nest back here.
Yeah, the tires are starting to wear out a little bit. We're just starting lap 10 of this race, so definitely over halfway on this fuel run. So you'll start seeing the ones that can manage their tires a little bit better making their way towards the front here.
Going to be on Lemke. He was coming up on Ryan Goodell, but Ryan, he's hugging that white line. Now, we haven't talked about the rumble strips or the alligators. You know, that inside line. You don't want to stay on the white line. You just don't want to hit those rumble strips or the alligators. If you do, you're asking for trouble.
Oh, 100%. Definitely feels like an ice rink when you get on those here. It's, you know, Indianapolis is one of those interesting tracks with that grass that comes right up and wants to come out and bite you in these corners.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, Alexander Brown out there in chat saying GT Motorsports, don't let a pop-up ruin your race. Alexander Brown also saying, Jake, you're my hero.
Oh, I appreciate you, Alex. Thank you for everything that you do for the great country of Canada.
Oh, he's from Canada?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Canada. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all I know.
As we move up to the front, GTM teammates Jeremy Clifton and William Hartman kind of pulling away from the rest of the field. They got about 7/10 on James Shane Wolf, Cody McFadden in 4th, Brandon Book in 5th. They're going to look to kind of get together and work their way back up to these top 2 that are starting to break away. After that, it's over 3 seconds back to Rick Christensen kind of running by himself on an island with Logan Kais-Bryce Sinesak and Lacey Cool.
Well, Logan is in the draft of Rick Christensen. Logan's trying to break the draft of Bryce Sinesak. Maybe a little bit of blocking too going on. I think it was mainly trying to break the draft. But Bryce, well, he's not going to be able to get around Logan. Well, Logan's running a mid-line here. He's not running down below that white line. Could he be saving tires? I've been seeing that with some of these drivers running that mid-line.
Yeah, they could be using it just to save a little bit or kind of keep their truck away from those alligators that you were talking about earlier, since it's such an early part of the race.
Well, Curtis Vollmer made a pass. Lacey Cool has fallen back to 10th. Curtis Vollmer now in 9th, getting around Lacey. Bryce Sinesak falling back a little bit behind Logan. Ruben Phelps still picking them off 1 by 1 from 14th to 11th. Alan Hilton falling back a spot there into 12th. Sebastian Taylor started in 16th. He's in 13th, so he's picking them off as well. Blair Daddy Patterson falling back to 14th after starting 9th. As we edge ever so closer to the first round. Oh, Williams smacking the wall. William Hartman in 2nd smacked the wall.
It looks like he just cooked it a little bit coming out of the corner and caught the right rear first with it. Maybe not going to do too much to that truck since he kept the nose fairly clean, but we'll see how much time he loses, if any, to Mr. Clifton here.
He is back to about 5/10 right now. We're looking at the damage here, and doesn't look too bad per se. You can tell there is a little bit of damage. But doesn't look too bad at all on that butt kicker RB Rig 67 machine. So we're looking at it here just to kind of give a perspective. That right rear, you can tell there's a little bit of damage. I don't think it'll affect him too much, but it really, Jake, you need the aerodynamics and you need the downforce here. So really the slightest damage could affect you, but that really doesn't look like it's hurting him too bad.
No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like the truck's still handling fine. You know, it's the polar opposite. You know, last week we were over at North Wilkesboro where we saw that you could beat that truck up and still have a pretty stout pony at the end, if you would say. But what that is going to do, it's going to allow James Shane Wolf and Cody McFadden to start closing the gap to Mr. Hartman a little bit here for second. Brendan Book was catching back up a little bit on the previous lap, but it looks like he's falling back a little bit now.
Yeah, Rick Christensen did get around Logan. Logan back to 7th. He's got company. Bryce Sinesak, Lacey Cool. So we got a 3-car pack right here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Curtis Vollmer even trying to mix it up here. That wasn't an onboard camera. That was actually a right rear suspension camera, to be honest. I've got several camera angles I can use. One of the most camera angles that I know a lot of people use is the roll bar camera. That's of course a cockpit style camera, but it's on the roll bar. We're on Curtis Palmer here on that roll bar, and you can of course see us steering. But I prefer the cockpit. That's my favorite one, is the cockpit, because you can actually see the drivers ahead of them. And we are starting to get a little bit separated up front. Not separated back here though. Still neck and neck. Ruben Phelps, Curtis Vollmer, Alan Hilton, Sebastian Taylor.
Yeah, Cody McFadden's been closing the gap on James Shanewolf. He's actually diving on the inside of Shanewolf here, going into turn 3 for position 3.
All right.
Looks like Shanewolf is not giving him too much of a battle. He's going to fall back to 4th. He's going to move Cody McFadden. Started 2nd, back up to 3rd place.
All right, can Cody make his way back up to 2nd? So we had the battle back. We had the battle up there, and we get back here to. Well, I'm not seeing really anything else going on at the present time.
Rick Christensen made a pass on Brendan Book. That's going to move Rick Christensen up into 5th place. Brendan Book's about to lose another spot to Logan Keiss.
Yeah, Logan going to the inside. And, you know, that has brought Bryce Sinisak back up to the back bumper of Brendan L. Book, too. Still a little bit of a gap there, but, I mean, Bryce is in the draft. Can Bryce... Well, not Brendan. He's going to shoot to the inside. Well, that's over
I don't know.
outside. What did Brendan just do?
I don't know if something didn't happen to that 5 truck, because he's falling back very, very fast. He's running almost a second slower than some of these guys. So he definitely had to have some issues with that 5 truck. So he's 100% looking for a pit stop now to make whatever changes or adjustments he needs.
Yeah, there's only so many adjustments you can do on a fixed setup.
100%. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage, if that is what it is.
Let's see. Well, let's check. Let's go to a chase view here on Brendan L. Book here real quick. Kind of swing the camera. Ooh, Brendan, yeah, he does have some right rear damage there. A little crinkled in per se on that white butt kicker RB Custom Rigs 5 machine. You can see it. Oh, and right front as well. Oh, yeah, I think he might have smacked the wall there, because that damage on that machine, yeah, you can definitely see it on that right front. And he keeps falling back as Lacey Cool goes to the inside.
That was a very aggressive move by Lacey Cool. A very late dive on the inside of Brendan Book. Ruben almost gets in the back of her going into 3, but he's able to back off as we got some green flag pit stops now. Sebastian Taylor is going to come in from 13th, make his pit stop.
Yeah, he's like, well, I'm back here anyways, might as well come down. Jeff Glockner is going to be off and away. He already made his pit stop here, so lap 20 here tonight. Now the big question is, the leaders, mid-pack, when are they going to be coming down here tonight?
I think if you're Brendan L. Book, you're coming in as soon as you can and kind of assessing the damage to that truck and seeing what you can do with it.
Well, you have to. Right now, you have no choice. I mean, you're sitting 3rd in the point standings. Your championship's on the line, you know. And he just got passed up there by Ryan Goodell. Of course, Alan Hilton, Curtis Vollmer, Lacey, and Ruben got all around him. And that could be what Brendan L. Book is trying to do here. Is trying to figure out, okay, when is the best time for me to come down here and get this assessed? As we got more drivers coming down. James Shanewolf down pit road here tonight, as well as Ron Goodell coming down. All right, lap 21. So I said 18 to 24 on fuel. So about 3 more laps, we're going to be at my mark. I don't think they can make it to 25.
Maybe a couple of the ones that were sitting in the draft could get a couple extra laps, but Jeremy Clifton, I don't think he's going to be able to go more than maybe 22, 23 at the most, just from being out front and leading this whole thing. No one, not being able to let himself get pulled around the track.
Yeah, he's been out here the first 20 laps here tonight. He's coming around turn number 4 right now. Imagine when he comes down. Okay, he is going to come down pit road. Our leader down pit road. That's going to give the lead up to William Hartman here. Cody McFadden going to stay out.
Alan Hilton's going to be pitting for 10th place.
Yes, Allen coming down too, yes. road's about to become busy.
Oh,
Like
definitely.
really busy.
I think we're going to be having majority of the pack coming down this time by. That's my guess.
Well, if I had to guess, that would be my guess. I'll go right along there with you. Well, William is on the inside, 3, in between the short chute 3 and 4. Now into 4. You do not have to use the access road, but you got to be careful. All right, William Hartman coming down pit road. Cody coming down pit road. Rick coming down pit road. Logan down pit road. Bryce, here we go. Green flag pit stops. Everybody coming down pit road. Not everybody. Paul Henley. He's going to stay out.
Yeah, it looks like Paul Henley, Jeff, and Ruben Phelps.
Ruben. Yeah, Ruben stayed out
He's going to be
too,
our
yes.
2 staying out right now.
And Ruben Phelps did lead a lap. Now, you don't get a bonus point for leading a lap, but this is going to separate in strategy, fuel and tires. So we're going to have to wait and see here as we have Paul Henley way back behind Ruben. I imagine Ruben's probably going to have to come down this time. I don't think he can stretch it. But Ruben, Hot Wheels leading the way here tonight. And he's going to come down pit road.
Unfortunately, it looks like Kyle Knapp Sr. slid through his pit stall coming in, so he's going to lose major time to the leaders here.
Paul Henley down pit road for second. Now, Curtis Vollmer came down pit road, but I don't see a stop by Curtis Vollmer. Can you verify that? Can you go back and see if he might have missed his pit stall there by the 48? I'm going to stay alive here to see if he comes back down pit road.
No, he made a stop.
Okay, so why? It's
I think
showing,
he had the issue last week with him, too.
Yeah, it's showing no stop here. Sorry, Curtis. I don't know what's going on with ATVO. I've done the updates. I have no idea. It's aggravating.
Yeah, Brennan L. Book is just coming off pit road now, so he definitely had major damage to that number 5 truck.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Brendan L. Book. Yeah, on the back stretch here. The last driver on the lead lap currently. He does have, well, let's see, James Shane Wolf here is our leader. He is going to be coming out of 4. And Brendan
We have a battle
L.
for second
Book.
right behind James Shane Wolf
Yep.
with Jeremy Clifton and William Hartman running side by side.
And Brendan L. Book going to come out of 4. So let's get up here to Jeremy Clifton and William Hartman here. Tyler Hallman out there in chat helped me last night. Tyler, I do appreciate it. I got Jake Boopstos up here with me tonight. So Ryan Bradshaw with me will be with me tomorrow night for the Xfinity Series at Pinocchio, as I like to call it, Pocono, for the RV Custom Rigs Xfinity Series, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on MaxSpeedTV. Still watching Jeremy Clifton and William Hartman here. That is a battle for second.
Talk about movers and shakers. That early pit stop by Sebastian Taylor and Ryan Waddell did them wonders, as they're currently running 4th and 5th after starting 16th and 17th, respectively.
But here's the problem. Well, they're only about a lap difference there between each other, and about a lap from James Shane Wolf, and about 2 laps from William Hartman. So I would say, that's not a big, huge difference in tires per se, but it depends on how you're using them too. As Sebastian Taylor does have the 5 right behind him. That's Brendan L. Book, who did go a lap down as it updated there.
And Brendan L. Book's going to concede that position to the lead lap car of Cody
64,
McFadden. Cody McFadden's looking on the inside of Sebastian Taylor here in the middle of 4. He falls back in line. Might gather himself up and try another attack here, as he is. He's pulling on the inside of Sebastian Taylor as they come across the yard of bricks here at the start-finish line.
I still don't know who's going to kiss the bricks.
Though it's definitely early to tell, but we have 3 trucks that have broken away from the rest of the field. As Jeremy Clifton in third, William Hartman running second, and James Shane Wolf going to be leading the field right now.
And we've seen the first round of green flag pit stops. I imagine we're going to see at least one more before we're going to see a couple of cautions. That's, of course, what I've called. Now, could we go green? Yeah, we could. We could go green.
I definitely think with as much as they're spaced out, it looks like really the only Cody McFadden's doing a little battle with Ryan Goodell for 4th, and after that, it's going to take you back to about 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'm sorry, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Bryce Sinisag, Ruben Phelps, and Curtis Vollmer are doing a little bit of battle here.
Oh, we're going to watch it here. Yeah, Ruben, Bryce, Curtis. It looks like Lacey trying to join the mix here, as well as Alan Hilton. Blair Daddy Patterson, he's going to be trying to get up there and join that 5-car pack. Well, yeah, 5-car pack. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it'll be a 6-car pack once he gets up there.
As we jump back to the lead, William Hartman is looking on the inside of James Shane Wolf out of turn 4 for the lead. William Hartman got a run from who knows where out of turn 3 through the short chute.
Who's going to lead this lap? Oh, James got it.
James got that lap, but as we go into turn 1, William Hartman's going to complete the pass here on Mr. Shane Wolf.
Well, William Hartman is going to lead a lap here, though, but James Shane Wolf has led 5 laps here tonight. Jeremy Clifton, our pole sitter, still right there. Yeah, the breakaway with top 3 at about 3.4 seconds back is going to be Cody McFadden. That is for 4th, Ryan Goodell in 5th. Well, can't do crank it up right now, but we can go cockpit with somebody. So the pressure is on Jake Bustos. Who do we go cockpit with as we look at the battle here between Curtis Vollmer and Bryce Sinisag?
Let's go cockpit with Blair Daddy Patterson. I think he's getting ready to make a move on Lacey Kuhl.
All right. Cockpit across the stripe here tonight. Turn the cockpit down, the volume down here so everybody can hear us. 21 watching, 9 likes. Can we hit that like button and shoot for 15 likes here tonight? Looks like Jeremy Rigney on pit road.
That's a little bit early for that pit stop. We'll see if he's got a little trick up his sleeve or something like that.
Well, as we are still cockpit here with Blair Daddy Patterson, kind of losing some ground here at about 4/10 of a second back to Lacey Kuhl. Still in the draft of Lacey, but not able to get up there to her to get that nose in there to try to make that pass through the short chute of 1 and 2 here tonight. Going down into turn number 2. Boy, Blair, he is driving it in there below that white line. Let's go ahead and get back up live here, or back up TV2 here. Kind of show you guys the gap between Lacey Kuhl and Blair Daddy Patterson.
As we come back,
though, putting the pressure on Alan Hilton. Go ahead.
As we come back live, coming out of turn 4, Jeremy Clifton's going to make the pass on James Shane Wolf to move Clifton back up into second. And I think those tires are finally starting to rear their head a little bit. I believe Shane Wolf came in 1 or 2 laps before these. That was like about your difference. Looks like they're holding for about 10 laps or so, and then they start to give way.
Oh, yeah. 10 to 12 laps is kind of what I estimated the tires here. Looks like Jeremy Rigney has taken his truck behind the wall. Jeremy Rigney not in the chase, but still yet a tough break for Jeremy Rigney.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Jeremy Rigney. I know he was wanting to have a little bit better run tonight, but he'll load it up, he'll take it home, and hopefully come back out to Phoenix with a little bit quicker truck and looking for an improvement.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, not really a whole lot at the present time going on. Kind of looking at it here through the field.
I tell you, there is a hungry driver trying to get his lap back right now, and that has been now booked. Those repairs they made on pit road have worked, and he is running times comparable with the leaders. So if he can get himself back on the lead lap, he's going to be a wrecking ball coming through the field. I believe he's not going to be taking any mercy.
So he's going to be the Miley Cyrus of the bunch.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Did you get my pun there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've had no cautions here tonight. No in-race violations here. 34 laps clean racing here.
Now we have Blair Daddy Patterson making a move on the inside of Lacey Poole here for 13th. They're side by side coming out of turn 1 through the short chute. Blair's still got a little bit of an advantage here.
Couple of laps late on that one there, Jake.
It looked good. Maybe he just had to.
Ooh, I thought Lacey was gonna peek her nose back through on the inside. Man, look at Lacey is all over the 91. Wow. Alexander Brown, it's the climb. He got it.
Logan Kais gaining a little ground on Rick Christensen. Looks like we're about to have a battle for 6th place heating up. Maybe up to 5th with Ryan Goodell. We'll see how they look coming out of turn 2 going down the backstretch if Logan can get a run on Rick.
Yeah, I got Logan in 7th, Rick in 6th, Ryan 5th. So yeah, he's coming up on Rick though. Can he get the nose in there? That's the problem. If he can stick that nose in there, then I mean he's going to have that position per se. Man, tires though. That's the biggest thing is the tires.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of run Logan gets here off of 4 since it's so important here. Looks like he got a pretty good run. Don't know if he's going to be able to get close enough just yet to put that pressure on Rick, as Rick's still pulling a little bit of draft from Ryan Goodell. But he's definitely trying to fill his mirror up with his truck. Actually, as we speak, right behind him, Sebastian Taylor and Ruben Phelps are making their way up. Ruben Phelps is actually looking on the inside of Sebastian Taylor as he stuck a nose on the inside and backed out of it just a little bit there.
Oh, Ruben.
Sebastian Taylor looking on the inside of Logan for 7th. Ruben's going to try to follow suit as they go through turn 3.
Our favorite New Zealander. Well, now to the inside of the 43 of Logan Kais. There goes the Hot Wheels machine of Ruben Phelps. Doesn't look like Logan is going to fight him off here, fight him too much. He's just going to let him go around. So that's going to put Ruben in 8th, Sebastian Taylor in that 7th spot, but still yet 7th, 8th, and 9th here, still pretty close together. I don't see anything else going on here. Everybody kind of spread out at the present time, so I don't know. I don't know. I know Brendan L. Book right now is looking for a caution. That's what he's looking for.
Definitely looking for a caution as we're on lap 37 here. We're nearing our green flag pit stops as we have a battle for 3rd on the backstretch. Cody McFadden's going to pull on the inside of James Shanewolf, and James Shanewolf's going to concede that position going into turn 3.
Cody McFadden Gonna make the pass. James not gonna fight him. Just gonna say, hey, go ahead and go around. I'll deal with you here in a little bit. I mean, hey, you're a driver. That's what you're thinking.
Oh, 100%, especially with as early as we are in the race. He's
Oh, yeah, we're
telling him, you
still
want to go up there and
way
burn your
early.
tires? Go right ahead. I'll come see you in a couple laps.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we are going to be coming up on some pit stops here yet again in about let me see here, in about 5-6 laps, something like that.
Yeah, I think your early takers from that first run, Sebastian Taylor, Ryan Goodell, James Shanewolf, those should be looking to come in the next maybe 2 laps or so. The rest of the field, about 4. You know, we had a couple pit road incidents on that first one. Kyle Knapp Sr. slipped through his pit stall, so these drivers are definitely going to be making sure they do their best to get through nice and easy. That commitment cone jumps out and gets you here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, 47.5 laps is going to be our halfway mark, and we are going to be coming up on that here as we take lap 39.
We got our first taker coming down the pit road. Sebastian Taylor is going to pit from 7th.
Wow, that's early though. That's a little early, I would say.
Yeah, it's about as early as you want to pit to make sure you can make it on the right number of stops. He was one of the earliest guys to pit that last run, so he's going to try to use those fresh tires and kind of jump a couple guys and get some track position.
All right, William Hartman still up front. I'm not worried about William, not worried about Jeremy, not worried about Cody right now. James Shanewolf, he does got company. No, he does have, who is that behind him? That is the 5? Yes, that is the 5 right behind
We do
him.
have a Ruben Phelps making a pass on Rick Christensen to move himself into 6th place.
Oh, Ruben. He just, Ruben, you messed up my Hot Wheels truck, and we're gonna have a talk. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Ruben Phelps is flying. He's going to pull to the left of Ryan Goodell, and he's going to try to take 5th place away from Ryan as they go into turn 1.
Amsden 63 out there. What's up, Amsden? Glad to see you out there in chat. Alexander Brown, Tyler Hallman, of course, Everett Grover, Drive for Diabetes, Dennis Ansman, Brennan Kennedy, Scott, Jeremy Knapp. Man, big shout out to everybody out there in chat, and of course those that are not talking in chat as we watch Ruben here do Ruben things. Between Joshua Gillen and Ruben, man, I don't know, them two, they just they take chances.
As we have Rick Christensen be pulling down from 7th place to make his pit stop.
Somebody
Bryce
else coming down
Sinisek
too.
right
Bryce,
behind him.
Yes. Bryce coming down as well. Well, we are 8:42 Central, 9:42 Eastern, 7:42 Pacific, and
Jeff Glockner going to pit from the 17th position. He's up 3 from where he started. A solid run from Mr. Glockner.
sure on the math here on the times. Yep, Jeff coming down here. William Hartman, Jeremy Clifton, Cody McFadden, James Shanewolf, Ruben Phelps. Oh, we got a peel off.
James Shanewolf
coming
will
down.
be pitting
Yes.
for 4th place. Ryan Goodell coming
Ryan,
in. Curtis Vollmer coming in. Blair Daddy Patterson coming in from 9th. Lacey Cool coming in from 12th.
A little bit of a late fill off there from Mr. James Shanewolf. I gotta say, Jake, I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. The strategy here tonight is, I mean, it's up and down. I mean, it's like predicting the weather. I mean, you don't know what will happen. You don't know if we're gonna have a caution. You don't know if we're gonna go green flag. That's part of racing. You just don't know.
Oh, 100%. You know, these drivers are taking what they saw from those first little green flag pit stops and using that. They saw the track position that you gain from pitting early, but they also saw what happens
In
when those
the
tires go away.
grass! Not to interrupt you there, but we got to get a replay here. Logan was in the grass. Seen a speed drop, thought he was coming out pit road. Oh! Coming out of the corner. Not sure what corner that was. Coming out of the corner, he just loses it, tries to save it. Okay, he saved it. He's on the backstretch. That would be out of 2. So he did save it. Coming out of 2 after hitting the wall. Now he's going to go down into 3 here. And he smacks the wall again. And that's going to send him down across. And, oh, a hard lick there to the inside wall. Off the racing surface, down below the access road, Jake. Oh, that is going to hurt.
Yeah, that's a big hit. That's going to hurt for Logan there. We have a couple more pit stops. Jeremy Clifton peeling in from 2nd. Cody McFadden peeling in from 3rd. And Alan Hilton peeling in from 5th.
Yep, Russell LePage coming down as well. And it looks like, let me get back here on Logan. Doesn't look like Logan is going to be coming down. So I imagine, well, he's been out here at about 20 laps. I imagine he's going to try to check out the damage here to kind of see how bad it is. And that's what you got to do. I mean, if you've got some laps to run, William Hartman is going to be coming down pit road. So as I was saying, you know, Logan's got some laps to run to see how that damage is. He still has to come down, but now he can determine how long he has to stay on pit road.
Definitely, and he hit that truck hard, and these trucks, you know, they don't hold up like the ARCA cars do when you catch the wall. So he's gonna definitely need to be getting those damages repaired. As Ruben Phelps stays out, Ruben Phelps is gonna inherit the lead coming out of turn 2.
Oh, he inherited. Yep, coming out of turn. Okay, I'm live. Sorry, Jake. Man, this track is confusing because of the way it's shaped. I need better camera angles.
I tell you, if there's any driver hoping for a caution right now, it's that driver right in front of Ruben Phelps. Brandon Book is able to unlap himself. He's sitting just ahead of Ruben, but he's going to have to be pitting soon.
Still has to come down pit road as well as Ruben. The top 3 have to come down. Ruben Phelps, Justin Lemke. Ruben coming down. So we'll see here what Justin Lemke does. We already seen this before. Okay, Justin Lemke going to be coming down this time by Paul Henley. What's Paul going to do? Paul is going to stay out. Okay.
Paul said, just not yet. I can go a little more.
Paul Henley has been out here at about 22 laps. So once everything cycles back through, it will give the lead up to Sebastian Taylor.
And you know what, Josh? I don't know what happened, but James Shanewolf is a lap down, so he must have either had a speeding penalty or something in the pits.
I'm not seeing that here. All I'm seeing is he's about 1 minute 16 or... Yeah, 1 minute 16 seconds behind. Well, that would be a lap down, as well as Jeff Glattner. But we got to wait for everything to cycle through here, too. Okay, Paul Henley coming down pit road. So, William Hartman going to make the pass over Sebastian Taylor. And what is going on with ATVO?
Paul Henley's going to go ahead and pit from the lead, and that's going to change our leader over to William Hartman is going to inherit the lead.
The Amsden, I don't know, bud. Yeah, William Hartman is up front, and I am live. All right, well, let's close that out and bring it back up. Well, no, I'm still...
As we go into turn 3, William Hartman's going to be leading the race with Jeremy Clifton just A couple tenths behind him, Sebastian Taylor is going to be going into third once they cross the line this time. Those drivers are probably separated by about a second and a half with each other.
All right, we'll check it out here as they come across the stripe. We're going to get with William Hartman here. Now everything is going to cycle through. All right, here, okay, everything cycled through finally on my end. I don't know what's going on. 0.8 of a second, 0.9 of a second between William and Jeremy. About a second back from Sebastian Taylor, Rick Christensen in fourth. And about 0.3 of a second back, Bryce Sidisak there in fifth from Rick Christensen that's in fourth. Still a hornet's nest back here, and I've got Logan Kice a lap down after the damage there. Brennan L. Book still a lap down, and Kyle Knapp Sr. a lap down. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just making
Looks
sure.
like- I think James Shane had a little bit of damage that he went to repair. I went back and looked at his pit stop. They dropped the jack, and he just waited for a second. So don't know if he had a little quick 15-second penalty or a little bit of optional damage he wanted to repair, but fortunately, it's going to put James Shane Wolf 17th place, about 44 seconds down to our leaders.
Like I said, Amsden, I don't know. And I'm not seeing what you're calling that. I'm seeing some pretty good paints out there here tonight, so I'm not sure what you're seeing. Road Dog out there. Glad to see you out there, Road Dog. Bring back IROC, the IROC series. What? Talk to NASCAR.
Oh, the IROC series was a great time.
Oh, well, every car was the same, but man, yeah, I love the IROC series. It was awesome.
The battle shaping.
Is that who you was
I
on?
sure was. I was going to talk about Ryan Goodell, Bryce Sidisak, and right in front of them, Cody McFadden's going to make a pass on Rick Christensen. It's going to move Cody McFadden up in the fourth, Rick Christensen down the fifth. Ryan Goodell's going to make that pass.
Yes, he did. I was on Ryan over Bryce Sidisak. So, Jake, I move around. So, as you can tell, I try to pay attention. Lap 50 of 95, and we still have a ways to go. William Hartman, about 1.5 seconds, 1.6 seconds ahead of Jeremy Clifton. Where's the battles at? Right now? If there is a battle going to be happening, it's going to happen between Rick Christensen, Cody McFadden, Rick Christensen, Ryan Goodell, or, well, really, Rick Christensen, Ryan Goodell, and Bryce Sidisak, and Curtis Vollmer. That's where the battle would be happening here.
Yeah, this is about the only spot of the track where we have some drivers together. Cody McFadden's looking on the inside of Sebastian Taylor for third place as they go side by side down the backstretch. We look in turn 3. Cody McFadden is going to be even with him as they go into 3. Sebastian Taylor's going to back out of it, but let him have it. It's going to move Cody McFadden back up into third and relegate Sebastian Taylor down to fourth.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep, Cody going to go back to third after starting second. Sebastian fourth. Rick Christensen fifth. All right, well, Kevin Franks, the last driver on the lead lap back here in 18th. And it looks like Logan Kice has taken his truck behind the wall.
It's an unfortunate day for Logan Kice. That's going to effectively end his championship hopes tonight. You hate to see it, Josh.
Yep. Second driver out of the race here tonight. Everybody else still out here on the racetrack.
We have passed for fifth as Ryan Goodell is going to complete the pass on Rick Christensen. That's going to move him into the top 5. Good job for Ryan Goodell. Started 17th up to 5th place today. As you look, we got Bryce Sinisak here running 7th. You know, Bryce up about 3 positions from where we started the race. You know, he's sitting 3rd place in points, tied with Burning Book, and just 11 behind our leader here, Jeremy Clifton. Pretty solid one for Bryce. You know, he's unfortunately Burning Book's having a little bit of issues today, sitting 1 lap down, but you know, it's nice to see Bryce out there for position. Looks like he's putting a little pressure on Rick Christensen for 6th. We'll see if he can make a little run at him down the front stretch here. Bryce, one of those drivers where you really didn't hear about him too much this season. You know, only 2 top 5s, 9 top 10s. He did have 1 win this year, but he just did what he needed to do to get to the chase, and now he's showing that consistency pays off here in the chase. Definitely having a good battle shape up here. Bryce Sinisak going to be getting a good run on Rick Christensen here down the backstretch. We'll see if he's going to pull out and try to make this pass. Thinking a little bit better of it here, kind of rolled out of the throttle. Maybe trying to set him up here out of 4. It's so important, what we talked about earlier in the race, to make a good run out of 4, get that good draft, got a good pull down the front stretch.
All right, Bryce Sinisak there in 7th. Rick Christensen right up ahead of him in 6th. Ryan Goodell there trying to come up on, believe that it's going to be Sebastian Taylor. So a battle for 4th here, presuming Ryan can get around by lap 55. 40 more laps here, or 41. We haven't quite hit that 40 lap mark.
Oh, right behind Bryce Sinisak, we have Ruben Phelps making a pass on Curtis Vollmer. Yeah. That's going to move Ruben up into 8th from starting 14th. Ruben's going to be on some of the newest tires out of these guys in front of him, so we'll see how well that plays out for him. I definitely think he'll be making quick work of these drivers.
Yeah, he's got Bryce Sinisak right up ahead of him, Rick Christensen, Ryan Goodell, Sebastian Taylor. That's going to be about it, as close to Ruben as he can get, as he is going to dive it to the inside. Oh, that was close. Wow.
I tell you, he's doing exactly what he talked about in his pre-race interview. We talked about just kind of riding and seeing how it goes, and then dropping the hammer when you need to drop the hammer, and he definitely has dropped it. Right in front of him, we have a battle for 4th between Sebastian Taylor and Ryan Goodell. Goodell's looking on the inside of Sebastian Taylor. Oh. Not too much of a fight there. Goodell's going to move up into 4th place. It's got one driver peeling off the pit. That's going to be Sebastian Taylor pulling off. Definitely going with the early stop strategy today. He's been very consistent with his pit stop, so we'll see how that plays out for him as we get later on.
They say consistency is the biggest key, and could it be consistency on pit road here instead of consistency on the track? I mean, it could go both ways, Jake. You know that.
Oh, you can definitely win a race, but you can definitely lose a race here on pit road. We talked about making light work of these drivers. Ruben Phelps has passed 2 drivers this lap, and as we come out of 4 and get ready to cross start finish line, Ruben Phelps is going to move himself into the top 5.
Ruben Phelps, our favorite New Zealander, or only New Zealander at that. Love talking to Ruben. He's a cool guy.
As as we look through the field, these are the only drivers that are within striking distance of each other on the racetrack.
Yes.
Everyone else is very
Yeah.
single file. Our race leader, William Hartman, is navigating a little bit of lap
I'm
traffic, but other than that,
not worried about William right now. I'm not worried. Well, I mean, yeah, he is coming up on lap traffic, like you said, Jake, but I'm not really worried about him because, I mean, he's 2.8 seconds ahead of Jeremy Clifton. Even though they're both on the front stretch, that's still a gap. Now, could this lap traffic hurt William? Yes. But I'm not worried about it.
we have some more leaders pulling off for pits. We have Bryce Sinisak coming in, Rick Christensen coming in.
Yep, Bryce, Rick. That's it? Yeah, that's it.
As we come out of turn 1, Ruben Phelps completed the pass on Ryan Goodell. That's going to move Ruben up into 4th place.
Now, the Hot Wheels, he's trying to lead more of the way here tonight.
He's got a hot rod in that Hot Wheels truck tonight, I tell you.
I might have to bring that Hot Wheels machine into the hauler, and it's going to have to get an inspection here. I mean, he started 14th. He's running in 4th. I mean, 10 positions, but it's Indianapolis, and he has played this track to his favor at this point. We got more coming down pit road. That's going to be Curtis coming down. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, all these drivers will have to one more stop to get them here to the finish. They got they'll probably break it up. They'll probably pull 20 and 20, take her home for the night. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't count. 22 and 22. Try to take her home tonight. I thought we were running 90 laps instead of 95.
You know, we're running 95. So Curtis Vollmer coming down right now. Lap 60. He can't make it to the end, and I don't think the drivers that pitted before him can make it either. So you're going to have to... It's going to come down to fuel. I guarantee you it's going to come down to fuel.
I mean, you only have 35 laps to go, so...
Yeah, but you can only go 18 to 24, 25 laps, 18 to 24 at most. You have to pit one more time.
Oh, 100%. Everyone is going to have to come in one more time and pit. But anyone who pits from here can definitely make it here on one more stop.
No, because that's still 30 laps. 30 plus laps. 18 to 24. 61, 71, 81, 91. That's still 33, 34 laps. You can't make it that far. 18 to 24 laps is what I'm saying. You can't go more than 23, 24 laps. I mean, I'm on the same thing as you, lap 62 of 95, right?
Yeah, they're going to be coming in again probably around lap 80, somewhere in there.
Okay,
and that'll
so
be
you're
their last
talking about
stop.
the next stop is what
Yeah,
you're
of
talking
course.
about. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about this stop. All right. Not trying to argue with you, Jake. You're confusing me here.
Oh, you know, we were talking about the same thing, just not picking up what we were putting down.
Okay, so this stop, not the final stop. Next stop, they have to pit at least one more time. The big question at that point now, once everything cycles through on this stop, is really when do you come down pit road? Do you take a chance of, coming down early, or do you want to go late and hope for the run, the biggest run you can get? Now, that's going to be the biggest thing. We still have to wait for things to cycle through. Carter McFadden going to be coming down this time by lap 63. Looks like we are going to have the top 8. That's going to go back here to Russell LePage. That has yet to make a pit stop here. That's on the lead lap. So...
I think the ones that are kind of mid-pack, maybe a little back in the pack, they're gonna be looking to come down as early as they can. Once they're ensured they can make it the rest of the way, they're gonna try to use those new tires to gain some track position and then just hold on for dear life. Your drivers at the front, your William Hartman, Jeremy Clifton, Ruben Phelps, those guys have been staying out till the end on all their pit stops, and I don't think that's going to change. I think they're going to run this next stop out as far as they can and have those fresh Goodyears on so they can go as hard as they want to the finish and not have to worry about that fall off.
I'm looking at it here, kind of doing some math in my head. So I'm on William Hartman. He's been out here 19 laps. Be 20 next time by. So he's going to take lap 65 if he stays out here. So it'll be a 20-lap run. And it doesn't look like he's going to. He is going to go ahead and come down pit road. So that is going to, okay, Jeremy Clifton going to come down as well as, Ruben has elected to stay out. So, Ruben Phelps is going to take lap 65.
Yeah, that's going to leave Jeremy and William with about, 31 laps to go. So maybe a little strategy. Maybe they're going to split this last stop in half completely and come in with about 15 to go.
We're trying to, Tyler, but it's not working. I'm trying to figure out the run here. Ruben's going to have to come down. Lemke, as well as Paul's going to have to come down. 19, 19, 18 for the top three here. They're going to have to come down. They can't stay out. So, okay, now Ruben is going to come down. We're going to be coming to 30 to go here momentarily. We'll see what Justin Lemke does. And this is how many times have we seen this? Justin, he's not going to come down this time.
Neither is Paul Henley right behind him, so Justin Lemke's going to inherit the lead with Paul Henley running second.
I think Paul Henley is clutching it. Let's go cockpit with Paul. Is they clutching it or turning off the engine? Justin Lemke is our leader. Paul pitted 19 laps ago. Jake,
yeah, Paul's clutching it here in the corners. He might be trying to pull a little magic out of a hat here. We got about
well, lap 66, 76, 86. We're less than 30 laps to go here.
Yeah, he's got 29 to go at the line. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to go at least another 4 or 5 laps on this tank to have any chance of stretching it to the end, and that's gonna be clutching it. But I mean,
you got to do what you got to do if you're Paul Henley, and I know. Looking at it there, Paul is not in the chase here, but I got to give credit where credit is due. If you're doing this, Jake, I mean, come on. You're saving and doing something. It's strategy. That's what it is. Justin Lemke coming out pit road. All right, what's Paul going to do? Well, no, he's going to stay out.
I like it, Josh. I'm a gambler. I like to bet it all.
He's going to get ate up here, though, because William Hartman is 6.2 seconds behind him. Made the pass over Sebastian Taylor there, and Paul Henley doing some clutching and stuff. If William gets around Paul, and I hate to say this about Paul, but if William gets around Paul has no choice but to come down pit road at that point.
I mean, if he can get to that 24-25 mark, that will be his last stop when he comes in. And even if he is sitting at 45, 50 seconds behind William Hartman, when
You think
Hartman
he
goes
could
in and
catch
makes
him?
his final stop, there's a possibility. It's there. There's a percentage, and Paul's a gambler, and I like gamblers.
Oh, Paul Henley gonna take it lap 69 here tonight. He has been out here 20. Looks like 22 laps.
He's getting close to that magic number. You know, he's got 27 laps to go.
How long has he been saving? That's the thing. We don't know. I just heard it there in a broadcast of him clutching. So how long before I heard it that he has been saving fuel? You know, could have been 1 lap, 3 laps, 6 laps.
You know, looking at his lap times, Josh, it looks like around lap 60 he started clutching it to save. So
So about 9 laps. Good Lord. All right, well, Paul, he's going to have to come down pit road. All right. Well.
yeah, it sputtered on him coming out of turn 4.
Oh. Well, it's not over. Paul Henley down pit road. William Hartman, our leader. Lap 75, coming to 76, of course, will be 20 to go. I got to give credit to Paul Henley. Oh, man, awesome job by Paul. Oh, man.
Yeah, he'll have to go 26 laps on this last tank to see if he can do it. So he's hoping that gas man's going to pack it nice and tight.
Well, Paul Henley is going to be off and away here. Is he going to be able to come out before the leader gets to him? The leader, William Hartman, is on the front stretch here. Paul Henley coming through the access road. He is going to be on the back stretch. The 22 of Russell LePage going to make the pass over him. But Paul Henley is going to have the fresher tires and the fuel as we get back up here to William Hartman, our leader. Oh, somebody smacked the ball there. Not sure who that was. Well, lap 71 here tonight. We are over the halfway, way over the halfway mark here this evening, Jake. But let's go ahead and take a look here. No cautions for 0 caution laps so far. 25 laps to go and 11 freaking lead changes here tonight. A lot of lead changes.
Oh, yeah, and Josh, that was second place Sebastian Taylor that knocked the wall down coming out of turn 2.
Hey, Taylor, there's a ball there, bud. Sorry. Had to say it. Current 24 watching, 17 likes. You guys smack that 15 like mark here tonight. Can we hit 20 likes here tonight, folks?
And you know what? Josh Sebastian just caught the wall again coming out of turn 2. That's going to open the door for Cody McFadden.
Yes.
He's going to move into second place.
Cody McFadden.
Meanwhile, right behind them, Jeremy Clifton with the fresh tires making his way through the hornet's nest that was right behind him up to the bumper of Sebastian Taylor. Looking to use that draft to make a slingshot on Taylor here. He's going to pull out to the left here at the front stretch. He's going to be side by side, door to door as they move into turn 1. And Jeremy Clifton's going to move into third place.
Yes, he is. Jeremy up to third. Our points leader and our pole setter here tonight. Oh, looks like Curtis Vollmer doing a little bit of battling back. Oh, a hornet's nest back here. That's going to start with, I believe, Rick Christensen, Ryan Goodell, Curtis Vollmer, Ruben Phelps. Going to go around Curtis there for 7th.
Yeah, Ruben Phelps with the fresher tires out of this group.
So, some quick pit stops here.
So we got another pass on the front stretch. We got Ryan
Rick-
Goodell making his
Yep.
way around Rick Christensen to 5th. Ruben Phelps is going to follow suit and pull through 6th.
Oh, Ruben all over Ryan. Ruben to the inside of Ryan Goodell for that top 5 here tonight. Can he do it? Oh. Jake, this is this is crazy.
This is great. Side by side into 3. Ruben Phelps is going to complete the pass on Ryan Goodell. That's going to put him up into 5th
top
place.
5, yes. This is crazy. Now, I'm not worried about William because he's gone. He's 8 seconds ahead of Cody McFadden right now.
Yeah, Ruben
But
Phelps is
Cody
eating
has
Sebastian
got
Taylor alive.
company, though. He's got Jeremy Clifton and, he's got Jeremy Clifton right behind him. Who is that behind Jeremy?
That's
the
Blair Daddy
91.
Patterson. He just came out of pit road, so he's got the fresh
Okay.
tires.
All right, so Blair probably going to make the pass on the 51 here, as well as Cody McFadden.
Right
Let's
behind
look
that,
here.
coming out of turn 2, Ruben Phelps is making his way inside of Sebastian Taylor. He's going to complete the pass going in turn 3. Ruben Phelps up to 4th place.
Well, he's one spot away from podium. No jinx, Ruben. Turn the stream off, shut it down, man. Just letting you know. Oh, the door behind him. Oof. Oh, we got pit stops. Here we go. Taylor coming down. 20 to go here tonight. Man, oh man. If Indy goes a green flag to checkered, I'm not going to retire, but I'm going to say my prediction will be thrown out the window. And you know, Jake, I'm bad at predictions, so, you know.
Oh, you know, if we beat a prediction to the left and set it to the right, it's a good day. Coming out of turn 4, Jeremy Clifton is giving Cody McFadden all he can handle for 2nd place right now.
Yeah, we're going to watch it here. They got the Hot Wheels machine back at about 2.4 seconds behind them. Ruben has been out here at about 12, so he is kind of on the same strategy as Jeremy Clifton and company, right up ahead of him. The big question is, has Ruben saved some of his tires? Has Jeremy saved some of his tires? Has Cody saved some of his tires? And what is it going to take for fuel here as Rick Christensen is on pit road here tonight? I think the driver, man, I don't know. 19 to go right now. Kevin Franks is on pit road here. Well, this
Hey,
is going to be interesting.
I'm watching this battle here with Cody McFadden and Jeremy Clifton, and unfortunately, Jeremy Clifton just keeps catching Cody in bad spots. He's catching him in the short chute before he gets into turn 2 and turn 4. So I think, you know, for Jeremy, his best bet is he's going to need to back up just a little bit, back up his corner entry just a little so he can get a little more power down coming out so he can set himself up on the front stretch. He's been having to get out of it a little bit in the apex of the corner.
Oh, you got to hit the apex. If you don't hit that apex, you're done.
Yeah, it's all about carrying that middle corner speed, and he's there, and then he has to back out of it just a little bit, and then his run coming off is just shot.
All right, 27 watching, 19 likes. We already shot for 15 likes here tonight. We're going to be shooting for 20 here. We're only one shy away from that. Myself, Joshua Medlock, 18 to go here tonight. And Jake Bustos up here in the booth with me tonight. 17 to go as it updates there here, folks. But glad to have you all out there here tonight. I got to say, this has been a very interesting and entertaining race because of the strategies, and we've had no cautions. So, you know, everybody is, you know, they got separated. Strategies going to be thrown somewhat out the window. So you got to reset your strategy and see what you can and can't do. But right now, if you have to pit, that's your best bet. Well, Bryce Setasak has pitted. He is on pit road.
He's on pit road, and finally, after about 7 laps, Jeremy Clifton's going to complete the pass on Cody McFadden. That's going to put him back up into second, and that's exactly what he needs to do. He just needs to keep pace with William Hartman
Here
tonight.
comes Cody down pit road.
Curtis Vollmer's going to be peeling off from 6th place. That's going to be his final pit stop of the day.
All right, Curtis down pit road. We'll see what Alan Hilton does right behind him there in 7th. Just trying to check out some of the drivers here. It looks like James Shane Wolf on pit road as well. Alan Hilton not going to come down pit road. Justin Lemke, Paul Henley. Well, Paul has already made his pit stop. So, as well. Oh, this is. Oh.
Yeah, Paul's not saving right now, so I don't know if he's thinking that he can't make it to the end or what. But
no, he's already pitted though.
Oh.
Paul Henley has already pitted. He's only been out here 10 laps. So that's going to put him really close.
Yeah, it's going to be pushing it. He's going to have to clutch it at the
save,
end.
Yes. Or clutch it early while everybody else pits to save fuel and then gun it at the end.
Alan Hilton coming down pit road from 7th.
Oh, Ruben
Ryan
down.
Goodell, Ruben Felton, Jeremy
down.
Clifton, and
oh,
we got a car on the wall off of turn 2. James Shane Wolf.
Oh, Shane Wolf. Oh, he's on pit road.
He
now.
caught the James Shane Wolf caught the access road coming out of turn 2 and right hooks it into the wall.
I think he might have quickly towed it there.
Yeah, James Shane Wolf unfortunately is not in the server anymore, but coming off a pit road, he caught the left side tires on the grass on the access road, and he lost it and overcorrected it and right hooked it right into the wall.
All right, we'll take a replay here and see what happened to James Shane Wolf here. Now, the quickest way to get out of the session. Oh, yeah, excess road hitting that grass. The quickest way to get out of the session, Alt F4. Oh, right up in front. Yeah, hard lit to that wall. Yeah.
And it's not going to break out the pace truck. The pace truck is still sitting on pit road, so we are going to stay green flag racing.
I think he hit that all important Alt F4 as William Hartman is going to be coming off of pit road and Lacey Cool is going to come down pit road. It's going to give the lead back up to Justin Lemke here. Justin has led a lap. Justin been out here 14 laps. Paul Henley at about 12 laps. Well, I don't think Justin can make it. It's going to be close for Paul Henley, Jake.
Yeah, I don't know if that gamble's going to pay off for him, as William Hartman is only half a corner behind him. So even if he does start to clutch it, William Hartman's going to eat him up. Justin Lemke in pit road from second place.
Yep. Paul's going to take over the lead as Justin comes down pit road. 3.6 seconds back is going to be William Hartman. Paul Henley with 13 to go. Oh, good Lord. All we know, under 20:10 to go, we're going to see some blocking. Do you think Paul's going to block William?
No.
You know,
I don't.
Yeah, that's going to be at about a 13-lap, 12-lap difference between tires, between Paul and William. Just saying. Paul, though, is going to take 12 to go. Across the stripe here tonight, William Hartman going to be in second. No matter what happens, William Hartman is going to come away with the most laps led. 46 laps for William Hartman. Sebastian Taylor right now in third. Sebastian has not led a lap, but oh my Lord, coming from 16th to third right now. Man, awesome job by Sebastian Taylor. And William Hartman. Jake, he's just going to drive around Paul.
Yeah, it wasn't even going to be a battle. And I tell you, I think the driver running the hardest right now is going to be that fourth place, Jeremy Clifton. He just saw William Hartman take over the lead, so he's running as hard as he can to make sure he gets Sebastian Taylor. He should get Paul Henley when Henley comes in for the pits, but with Hartman getting that bonus point for leading the most laps, he needs to keep that margin as low as he can.
But will Paul come down on pit road? Will he? You know, is he saving fuel to make it to the end? That's the thing.
I've been watching him for a couple laps. It doesn't sound like he's clutching or anything. And if he was trying to save, he needed to be doing it pretty much that whole run.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens to Paul Henley here. Get back up here to William Hartman. Now, Sebastian Taylor is about 3.1 seconds behind Paul Henley. That'll be, of course, 4-second place, as Paul Henley is going to get around, I believe that is the, who was that that'd get around?
It's a 24 of Jeff Glockner.
24, yeah.
We have a pass for fifth as Ruben Phelps is going to complete the pass on Cody McFadden. And as I say that, right in front of him, Jeremy Clifton is going to look on the inside of Sebastian Taylor for third place. They're going to run side by side down the backstretch. This is going to allow Ruben Phelps and Cody McFadden to close the door on these two drivers running side by side.
Toyota
Jeremy Clifton is going to complete the
Chevy,
pass, and he's going to move into third place.
Clifton, Taylor, Phelps, McFadden. Wow.
Ruben Phelps looking on the inside, Sebastian Taylor down the front stretch. They're going to be door to door as they cross the yard of bricks. Ruben Phelps should clear him as they get into turn one, and he will clear him as they go into turn one. Ruben Phelps up to fourth place.
Ninth here tonight, Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Northern Capital Truck Series, round 4 of the chase for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, Jake Bustos, up here in the booth with me tonight, Jake. And hey, green flag action here this evening. I mean, this has been entertaining because we've had battles no matter what. Strategy call out here tonight as well. This has been fantastic.
You love the strategy. You love the green flag. You just, the drivers want to see green flag. They want to let the strategy come into play. They want to be able to race. They don't want to sit here and pace. And they definitely had that tonight, as Jeremy Clifton's going to be looking on the inside of Paul Henley in the turn 2.
Yes.
Door, and he is going to clear him in the middle of turn 2. Jeremy Clifton back up to second place. Ruben Phelps is going to come right behind him and try to follow suit. He is going to clear him down the middle of the backstretch.
Here goes Ruben for third around Paul Henley. Paul back to fourth. Up. Cody McFadden just going to make the pass there over Paul Henley. What is Paul going to do? Is Paul going to come down pit road? 8 to go. Does he have enough fuel? That's the thing. We're going to be hitting 7 to go here. I'm not worried about William. He's gone.
Yeah, Paul is rolling out of the throttle very early, so he might be trying to get a little bit of save. Haven't heard him clutch it yet, but we'll see.
24 watching, 20 likes here tonight. You hit that 20 like mark here. Man, thank you all We do
Sebastian
appreciate it here
Taylor
on
looking on the inside of Paul Henley for 5th place. He's going to clear him as they go into turn 3.
Yep, we do appreciate it here on MaxSpeed TV. A Wolfpack fan one out there. Them 3 JBR cars are rolling tonight. Yep, they are. Watch Ruben. He is only about 6/10 behind Jeremy Clifton. That'll be for second. So we might have to watch that, Jake.
Ruben Phelps is doing everything he can to get up there to 2nd place. He is flying tonight.
Ruben Phelps. Well, 899. Looking at the stint here. Well, Ruben trying to hang on to 3rd, trying to take over 2nd, but he's got to get up to Jeremy Clifton here as we will hit that 5 to go mark here tonight. 5 laps to go here this evening.
The battle for 8th place shaping up as Curtis Vollmer is looking at Rick Christensen. Christensen's going to pull over to the left down the front stretch, and he's going to yield the position to Curtis Vollmer. Curtis Vollmer up to 8th. Here on Curtis Vollmer. Curtis Vollmer started 12th today, running in 9th place, having a very solid run. You know, we haven't seen Curtis for a couple weeks. He came out last week in North Wilkesboro. Pretty decent run, nothing too crazy. As right in front of him, Paul Henley is going to bring that truck down and make his final pit stop of the day. He tried his best, tried to roll the dice, just gonna come up a couple laps short with rolling, but hey, I appreciate the spirit, Paul. We're a Las Vegas gambler over here, so I like it. It's going to move Curtis Vollmer up into the 7th position. Looking good out there. Right in front of him, Ryan Goodell, Sebastian Taylor. Rick Christensen doing his best to stay with Curtis Vollmer right behind him. Just a smidge off of Curtis Vollmer's times here as they roll through turn 3. As William Hartman hits the line this lap, it's going to be 3 laps to go here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man, what is going to happen here at the final stint of the race here? 3 to go. Jake, I'm not worried about William because he's kind of gone here tonight. If he can hold on to it for 3 laps, he'll be good to go. Jeremy Clifton there in 2nd, Ruben in 3rd. Ruben's got company. He still has Cody McFadden right there with him in 4th, and Ryan Goodell a little bit further back there in 5th. What is going to be at stake here this evening?
Couple points here for Mr. Hartman. He's, gosh, 6 wins already. Staring 7 right in the face, but Mr. Consistency, David in the David and Goliath battle, Jeremy Clifton still running 2nd tonight, doing what he needs to do, keeping his teammate William Hartman in his sights. You have Ruben Phelps right behind him, trying to play a little bit of a spoiler. He told us he was going to drop the hammer at the end of the race, and oh, he dropped it all right. He's gaining a little bit of ground on Jeremy Clifton as we have 2 to go, and we'll see. Don't know if he's going to get to him, but he's sure trying.
All right, well, all William has to do is cross the stripe and take the white flag. Whatever happens behind him happens after that. If we have a caution beforehand, let's hope we don't, because we've been green flag here tonight. William Hartman coming out of turn number 4. He will take the white flag here tonight to go here this evening. white flag at the present time. Let's get back here to Cody McFadden. Can he catch up to Reuben Phelps? Because right now, that is probably going to be the battle here for the podium here tonight. I don't think Cody is going to be able to get up to Reuben here, bud. I really don't.
No, I think everything's set in stone. Looks like they're about the top 5. Everyone's pretty much by themselves here as William Hartman is coming out of turn 4.
All right. William in the 4. He's going to win it here tonight. Green flag to checkered. No cautions here tonight. What a race here this evening for the Northern Capital Truck Series. Extreme Motorsports. .com, round 4 of the chase. Jake, this was awesome. My gosh. It was awesome, crazy, and at times a little what's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, it was one of those races where a little bit of strategy came into play. If you wanted to pit early, take your tires, get the track position, and gosh, William Hartman showing again why he might not be leading the points, but he might be the driver to beat here in this series. Is win number 7 on the year.
Wow. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and let Jake Bustos interview 1 and 3 here tonight. I'm gonna interview Jeremy Clifton here in second place, but we're gonna watch William Hartman here kind of burn it up on the front stretch here tonight, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna get the top 3 up here for the MaxSpeedTV post-race show. Oh, we gotta hear about this. This is interesting. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Howdy, folks. We have caught up here with our top 3 here tonight. And we're going to start here with Reuben Phelps in that Hot Wheels machine. And before we turn it over to Jake here tonight, I got to say, Reuben, awesome job out here tonight in that 06 Hot Wheels machine. You didn't mess it up for me. So, awesome job. Jake, take it on.
Reuben Phelps from 14th to 3rd. Let's talk about it, Reuben. Take me through the race. How was it for you?
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. In the first run, I try to see what I could get with fuel, but I was a bit short, so I knew it was going to be a 4-stop or thereabouts, especially once the run started. So I just did the long run and just picked off one by one every now and then. then as the pit stops went on, I noticed I just gradually moved up the field, and then, of course, the last run I did a shorter stop once the leaders sort of pitted, and since I got stuck behind, I think from like 7th or 5th onwards, I was getting stuck behind that group of people, so I thought I was short pitting, get in front of them, and it seemed to have clawed myself back up to where I should have been in how the run was running.
Well, you definitely are a man of your word, Ruben. Before the race, you talked about taking it easy and then dropping the hammer as we got towards the finish. Do you think maybe if we had a late race caution, you might have had something for Hartman up there at the lead?
Yeah, I think Williams he's hard to beat. He's right on his game when it comes to the race. So it would have been a long shot, but anything's possible when it comes to a yellow flag. And I know I'm not very strong on restarts, so at least for the first 2 laps of a restart. So, but yeah, if there was a caution before that last pit stop, it definitely would have changed the game a little bit. But yeah, I definitely don't think I would have had a thing for William. But I'm happy with 3rd place.
Well, Ruben, you definitely look good out there. But before I let you go, any shout outs, anything you want to thank?
I've got a shout out to Jacob Bell Racing for letting me be on board of the team, and Mum's usually watch, so hi Mum, and that's about it.
Hey, Ruben, that was a hot rod, that Hot Wheel truck you had there. Congratulations on your 3rd place tonight.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, buddy. Ruben, awesome job out here tonight, man. We will see you next week. Did you go over ISM?
I'm not sure.
If you didn't, well, ISM next week for round 5 to finalize the regular season and finalize the series here, man. ISM here tonight, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be there or not, because I'm apparently going away, so I think I'm going to miss the last round, but I'm going to be joining the series full time next season, so bring it.
All right, well, bring it, folks, because the Hot Wheels machine is going to lead the way.
I think I'm not going to have the Hot Wheels Cup next season.
Oh, you're stabbing me here, Ruben. All right, Ruben, awesome job out here tonight, buddy. We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, see you, Josh.
Yep. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our 2nd place finisher here tonight. It's going to be our points leader, Jeremy Clifton, here tonight in that number 51. Leroy Maestros. I hope I didn't butcher that. Jeremy Clifton, man. Awesome run. Green flag to checkered, man. We got to talk about it here. Strategy out here tonight. And a battle between you and William Hartman out here tonight, man. Talk about it, because 7 points separated you between William. Mike yours.
Yeah, it was a long race. I think with 50 to go, I was like, oh my God, we got 50 more of these. But yeah, William's a competitor, man, and he and I were just talking. I mean, he's, to me, is the class of the field anyway. So if I can finish second to him, what we finished 1-2 last week, I finished third to him the week before. I'll take that every time. So I'm trying to give him a run for his money for that championship.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, of course, Indianapolis, green flag to checkered, no cautions. And we could have had a few out here, but we didn't. Everybody kept it clean, kept it, straight, and, gave a lot of room out there, even though there was a lot of drafting. Talk about Indy and the way everybody raced out here tonight, man. It was outstanding.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, people gave room when need to give room, and surprisingly, I thought tire wear was going to be a huge issue, but I mean, even on the longest runs we ran, my tires are still at 80%, so I wasn't pushing it so hard. I wasn't pushing it hard, but I think that was the key. Getting in easy and getting back off the corner. That was the key tonight. And when William got by me there, I tried to give him, I tried to race him on the outside, and I was like, I'm not burning my tires up. If I can finish second, I still have a chance going into Phoenix versus being wrecked into the wall. So
Well, that is going to bring us to the final race of the series and the season. ISM, Phoenix. You know, it's going to come down to really that track, the truck. And as my microphone falls off here again, it's going to come down to that race, no matter what. Open dog leg. It's going to come down to Phoenix, man. Talk about the battle that's going to happen at Phoenix for that championship, because that's what it's going to come down to.
I hope it's going to be a battle, to be honest with you, Josh. I really hope it's going to be a battle. Like I said, it's almost like Hartman's on another planet sometimes, but you know, I'm gonna give it the best shot I've got for sure. And you know, win or lose the race or win or lose the championship, I mean, I've had a good season, so I wouldn't do anything to Hartman to wreck him for the championship or nothing like that. But
I would.
Yeah. and he probably,
I would dump him.
I wouldn't. Now, if it was coming out of the last lap, coming out of 4, you know, running him to the wall or something like that,
Yeah,
maybe
pinch him
something.
up there, maybe
yeah,
tag
pinch
the
him
wall,
up against the
yeah.
wall, but blatantly turn him, probably not. But
Yeah,
like I
blatantly turn
said,
him, no.
it's been a great season. You know, so far we go into the last season. I've got the points lead. Last season I finished second to Austin Hill. If I can finish second or better to Hartman, I'll take it all day long.
All right, well, the points are updated here, and I'm going to go ahead and say you're 3 points ahead of William Hartman there, even though he did grab the win. I don't know if this is official or not. I'm just looking at what I'm seeing here. But from what I'm seeing, you are 3 points ahead of William Hartman going into the final race of the Truck Series. So, ISM, man, it's going to get crazy. I can guarantee you that.
Yep, it's going to be crazy, that's for sure.
All righty, buddy. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate second here tonight and get ready for the battle at ISM next week?
Yeah, so I got to thank Lee Boy, Butt Kicker, Rick Bell's Custom Rigs, Maestros, and then I got a new one on the truck today or this week, Raised on Blacktop. And then I definitely got to thank the boys at GTM Motorsports 100%. You know, they helped me out a whole lot this year, put me where I need to be, and then I got to thank my wife for letting me do this on Tuesday nights.
Well, go for the championship, bud.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Hey,
Yeah,
I gotta thank you guys for broadcasting, and Jake for being up there with you.
I appreciate you, boss.
Yeah, Jake joining us up here in the booth here tonight. Jeremy, get ready for ISM, bud. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our winner here tonight. And we're going to turn it over to Jake Bustos here tonight. Going to interview the 67 of William Hartman. Go ahead, bud.
Wild William Hartman, win number 7 on the year. Does it ever get tired?
No, I never get tired of talking to you guys.
Take me through this race. You know, you started 5th today, a little bit, you know, a couple cars to navigate. You guys had a good start at the beginning, and then was it just cruise control mode the whole race and just trying not to make mistakes, or what was going through your mind?
Yeah, originally the plan was kind of to ride behind Jeremy there on the first run and see if we could kind of separate. We knew if we could kind of break the draft of the 3rd place car, we felt like we could kind of separate a little bit from the pack at that point. It kind of backfired on me, though. The truck's just really tight in dirty air. So I ended up wearing the fronts a little more than I wanted to on that first run. So kind of audibled at that point. And the rest of the race, I just tried to push pretty hard at the beginning and try and get clean air. And then once I got clean air, then could kind of manage the tires at that point. From there, it was just trying not to make mistakes. Grazed the wall a couple of times there. but nothing to put any major damage on. So pretty lucky and great for everybody to have go green that entire race. That was awesome, and really helped play into our strategy calls.
Green flag
Oh.
was awesome for sure. Yes, Jake, go ahead, man. The race was fantastic.
We're moving into ISM next week, and you are sitting 3 points behind your GTM teammate, Jeremy Clifton, going into the final race. Is it win or nothing, or are we just going to manage and try to stay ahead of our teammate? What's the mindset of William Hartman going into next week?
I was just telling Jeremy that he needed to ease up a little bit because he's making it awful difficult to try and make up that point deficit. But no, he's having an awesome chase here so far. And if the prior races are any indication, it's going to take a win to make up those 3 points because he's been on fire lately the last few races. So just go in with the same mentality I've had the last few races. Just try and get out there, lead the most laps, get no incidents, and finish as high as I can. Hopefully that's enough points to make up that 3 point deficit. But it's going to be tough, man. He's really, really good right now, and he's having an awesome chase. So I'm really happy for him, and hopefully no matter what comes out of it, one of the two of us ends up bringing home the championship for GTM and the rest of the guys.
Now I got to ask you, because we asked Jeremy, if you guys are coming down to the wire and he's in front of you, are there team orders? Are team orders out the window? Are you going to put the chrome horn to him?
Well,
he said he wouldn't turn you. He said he might rub you a little bit, but he wouldn't turn you.
I would turn you, William.
I told him that I'm putting you in the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the same vein. I'll say Jeremy's an awesome dude, but if he's sitting in front of me and between him and the checkered flag, I think I'm probably gonna move him up out of the way. Not junking him, but Robin's racing at that point, and I would hope he would treat it the same way. So he's awesome, great competitor, and I can only hope that it comes to something like that to make a great finish next week.
Hey, we love to see it. You guys are putting on a show out there. Definitely keeping it close, keeping the viewers entertained. And before I let you go here, any last comments, any shout outs, thanks?
Yeah, of course. Got to thank everybody over there at Extreme for putting together this awesome league that we all get to race in, and all the guys in the series. We got a great group, and it showcased again tonight. Green flag run here from start to finish is awesome and really a testament to all the work everybody puts in every week. Northern Capital for coming on board with the series and sponsoring us, letting us come out here and do what we're doing. Everybody at GTM, Butt Kicker for coming on board, RB Custom Rigs, that whole group. We got an awesome team together, showcased it again tonight. So really, really happy for all those guys.
All right, William Hartman, your winner tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Congratulations, William. Josh, you got any comments for him?
Well, I got to say, William, it's going to come down to ISM.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to come down to the final race between you and your teammate. I mean, this is going to get wild. You know, basically, whoever finishes ahead of the other driver, you know how NASCAR does it. You know, round of 4, you know, whoever finishes ahead is the champion, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be the case, technically. Whoever finishes ahead of... Yeah. So
yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's everything you could ever ask for in the end of the season here. So I'm really pumped that it came down to this, and really glad it's my teammate.
And it's your teammate for sure. Well, William, awesome job out here tonight, man. Are we gonna see you tomorrow night for the for the Xfinity?
Oh yeah,
Pinocchio?
I'll be there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Pinocchio. Yeah. Pocono tomorrow night, but William Hartman winning it here tonight. William, go celebrate. We'll see you tomorrow night, bud.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep. All right, well, Jake, I got to say, green flag to checkered here at Indy. Man, awesome job by these guys. This was fantastic.
Oh, what a race. And I mean, we still had 14 trucks on the lead lap at the end too. Definitely showcasing the talent that's here in this truck series. And I mean, what's there to say about William Hartman? I mean, 7 wins out of 14 starts. He's 50% of the time he's winning his races here in the truck series. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to start it here tonight with, well, We're going to let Jake Busto start us here tonight with our winner here this evening. Jake, go ahead and get us going.
Oh, coming in first place, we have William Hartman. Jeremy Clifton going to finish second. Third, from 14th to third, Ruben Phelps. Fourth place going to be Cody McFadden. Another one coming from the back, Ryan Goodell started 17th, finishing fifth. Sebastian Taylor from 16th to 6th tonight. Curtis Vollmer finishing 7th. Bryce Sinisek finishing 8th. Rick Christensen finishing 9th. And Justin Lemke rounding out a top 10. Josh?
All right, I'll finish this out here. Blair Daddy Patterson going to grab 11th. Alan Hilton in 12th. Paul Henley, 13th. Lacey Cool, 14th. Russell LePage, 15th. Brendan Elbook, 16th. Kevin Frank, 17th. Kyle Knapp Sr. in that 18th spot. Jeff Glockner, 19th. James Shane Wolf, 20th. Edward Moore Sr., 21st. Logan Kais, 22nd. And Jeremy Rigney going to round out the field here tonight in 23rd. But congratulations goes to our winner here tonight, William Hartman. And, you know, I didn't expect Indianapolis here, Jake. I called it earlier. I said 2 green flag pit stops and 2 cautions, and they fooled me. They went green all the way. So, this was amazing.
Yeah, it was an absolute clinic put on by the drivers here in the Northern Capital Truck Series. I mean, even as you go through the field, fifth through 8th was only separated by a couple seconds. They were on top of each other. Strategies everywhere. We got drivers trying to stretch 26 laps. We got drivers cutting the last stop into 12, 13 laps and just running the snot out of their truck to the finish. It was great to see. That's definitely exciting. It was making me sweat.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I'm sweating already here, folks. So, I've been sweating since the first, I would say, 15, 20 laps here tonight. So, man, awesome job by all these drivers. But tomorrow night, the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Well, we're going to go to Pocono for round 4 of the chase here, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. But a big shout out to, of course, our admins here, David Elliott, Scott Rambler up there in the admin tower. Our sponsors here tonight, Northern Capital, Russ Anderson, Rick Donathan, putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme. And, of course, all the fans out there for tuning in here tonight. And Jake Bustos. As always, Jake, appreciate you up here in the booth. Calling a race, I mean, green flag, you can't ask for more, man.
Not one bit. This was fantastic. Josh, I appreciate the invite, having me up in the booth again. Definitely enjoy my time up here.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get you up here a lot more, trust me. But until tomorrow night, folks, stay safe and have a good night.